This is Ted with Commute by Bike, reviewing the STRIDA-LT-Folding-Bike. When people ride the Strida for the first time, they tend to say one of two things. They say, "That's weird, but I could get used to it. Wait a second, check out this sweet, tight turn." Alright, where was I? Oh yeah, the other thing that they tend to say is something like this.
This is the most awful bike I've ever ridden. Your focus is so much on trying to ride the bike. Imagine going amongst traffic or anything like that.
Yes.
You'd be in serious trouble.
That was Olympic gold medalist Rebecca Romero. Yeah, her. I wonder what her commute is like. Is she really the kind of person you want evaluating a commuter bike? A bike that will be used on a city street, carried on a subway, and maybe, God forbid, used on a sidewalk? The fact is, if you're on a folding bike, any folding bike that folds to a relatively compact size, you're already making compromises with the ride. Look at how the axis of the steering stem is deep into the groin territory. This accounts for the strange way the Strida feels when you ride it. That and the short wheelbase. Sometimes when riding the Strida, I felt like this. Other times, I felt a little more like this. The bike folds fairly easily, and you can roll it with one hand, say through a subway station. I came to the conclusion that this would be a great bike for someone who didn't need to bike too far or too fast on their commute, but needed to bridge some short distances on a commute that also included some other modes of transportation, such as a train, a bus, or an elevator. Check out our full review of the STRIDA-LT on commutebybike.com. Thanks for watching.
Transportation. Point A to point B. But today, how we get to our destination is about style, speed, convenience, and efficiency. Cutting edge, sleek, futuristic. The year is not 2154, and we are not on Elysium. This next tech toy is a 21st century foldable bicycle that one can take nearly anywhere. The design is impressive, as is the technology within the frame. Created by the Mando company, which has been making automotive parts since 1962, the Footloose is their vision of a mobility culture. Engineers applied cutting-edge automotive electronic technology to create a different form of a bicycle. The result is a ride into the 21st century. Tech Toys 360 travelled to Dorset, UK, to discuss design with Mark Sanders.
Well, Mando is a first-tier automotive supplier, and they came up with this amazing technology, which is the ride-by-wire technology. But they needed a bicycle to demonstrate this technology.
Mando brought in Mark Sanders, who had previous experience with designing chainless bikes.
Their crew test rigs were not something you'd want to buy. They were something that looked like they'd just come out of the lab. And so my job was to turn this kind of raw but working technology into something appealing.
By combining high-tech with organized, he's designed a streamlined bike minus the greasy parts. This modern two-wheeler has a futuristic edge.
The core of the design process happened over a very intensive year. And that intensive year was kind of spread between myself and the hugely talented team of engineers in Korea. And so we kind of negotiated through all the different hurdles of what is possible to manufacture and how it all came together in one complete product. And that was very, very fast for a product of this complexity.
The Electric Control Unit, or ECU, can control almost every aspect of operation. The mechanical energy that is generated by pedaling is then transformed into electrical energy that charges the battery.
There's no physical connection between the pedals and the powered wheel. So the the bike, instead of having gears, can be programmed to feel like anything between a Tour de France bike going at one of the steepest Alps down to a wind in the hair kind of bike with the wind following you with no effort required at all.
When not regulated by local requirements, the Footloose can hit speeds of up to 30 miles per hour.
So the wheels come together to effectively form a kind of rollable platform.
Its foldable technology allows one to take it on the elevator or on the train. Gone is the conventional suspension and replaced with a carbon fiber fork, aluminum frame and injection molded wheels. A bike of the future needs no references to the past. This chainless bike pedals its way into the 21st century.